Brace yourself. It's Andy Snowden, stage and stage and stage and screen. Stage and screen.
Go ahead, make my day.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Here's Johnny.
Life is a box of chocolates, Forrest. You never know what you're gonna get.
Tell me about it, Stone.
I see dead people.
105 FM. Stage and screen.
That's where it's at. Right then. Following on from the success of last year's adults-only pantomime, Snow White and the Seven Ugly Illegitimate Children, the Calon Productions Theatre Company are at it again, and this year touring with the adult panto again. This time it's Peter Pansy, currently touring the UK. It'll play the William Aston Hall on March the 14th. And to tell us all about it, about this madcap adventure, we welcome back to the Stage and Screen Show studio Dan Lewis and Simon. Oh, hang on a minute. I better put you. There you are. I'll put your mics up. There we are, gents. Simon Price. There we are. Brilliant. I said I'd forget, but
I know.
But there I am. Yeah. Perfect. I've obviously got a better memory than I thought I did. But so how are you, gents? Are you well?
Very, very well. Thanks
Excellent.
for having us back. I mean,
Good.
You'll never learn, will you?
Well, I was hoping you were going to get it because I thought I hope that Storm Jorge doesn't ruin it for you.
I know. What happened between there was I can't even remember, but there was C and D, and what happened to E, G?
Is it because it came from Spain? It's got to be.
Oh,
It's the most
person
random
who
name.
decides the names, he's dyslexic.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about it the other day about the names thing. I mean, there must be a meeting where somebody goes, what about Eric or something? And they go, yeah, okay. And they go, really?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what E was. Maybe there was an Eric. You know,
maybe there was.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had so many. I mean, anything could have happened.
Ineffectual.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe they do it in the same way how they decided on a new pope. It's like they all got to put names into a hat. I don't know how Jorge got
the way that they decide on a new pope. They put names in a hat.
They all go in the Vatican, don't they?
Right.
And then you wait for the smoke, but there's someone in the back, and they're smuggling in bingo machines and everything. And you think they just in the first 2 seconds they go for like, Pope Benedict, and they go, yeah, that'll do. And then it's like under the O84.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been just a great image if that was actually true. You can see where the smoke comes from.
Nobody's ever asked me to put my name in the hat for that.
Pope Simon.
I'm going for the next one, Pope Simon.
I think there's been a Pope Simon, hasn't there?
Has there?
If
not, there should have been.
There's got to be. It's such a biblical name.
You just wait. Watch this space.
Yes, absolutely. And of course the coronavirus. Let's talk about the coronavirus while you're here, because I'm sat here on my own worrying. There we are. Thank you for that.
How was your holiday in China? I mean, we nearly came by boat anyway today. All the floods are going on.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's horrendous.
It's absolutely crazy. It started snowing early, and I thought, oh God, not the snow. Like 5 seconds later, it stopped, and it was nice and sunny again.
Nice now, yeah.
I was saying, I walked here today because I live locally.
Yeah.
And that was just that period where it's snowing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it just did that just for my walk.
He said, can I pick him up? I said, no.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy.
We're such good friends.
Oh, fantastic. Well, obviously, it was literally this time last year you were in.
I'm sure it was March, wasn't it, that we did the show before?
Yeah.
And it would have been February I come on. So, yeah, it's literally a year.
Yeah. And how was it? It was a success?
It was. It really was a success. We had nearly 400 people. I mean, the venue holds 900. I mean, I don't... I'm not an idiot. We'll never sell 900 people unless we had like an array of celebrities. But an array of celebrities.
Sorry.
But 400 people for an unknown company and an unknown show with an unknown writer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it was the 4th time we'd done it in Wrexham as well. So, it was really, really good. Real positive feedback.
Yeah.
And we had it filmed there as well. And we sold nearly 120 DVDs of it now.
Fantastic.
So
It's being filmed filmed this one as well.
Yeah, this
March
one.
the 14th. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
In men as well.
Yeah.
In William Aston
Yeah.
as well, it's being filmed DVD. Yeah.
All right, good.
So, I mean, don't come with anyone that you shouldn't be seen with.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Do not bring your mistress to the show.
So is Wrexham a good audience then? Is that?
We have. I was saying because we had a cheeky pint before we come on here, and pint of water, obviously.
Of course.
But I was saying to Simon that we've never had a bad show in Wrexham.
Yeah.
We've done the Brimbo Crick twice. We've done the Catherine Finch, which is on the same site.
Yeah.
Which is just for warm-ups. Like, that was 200 seats, and we sold that out as well.
Yeah.
And then we did the William Astons. We've done it 4 times in Wrexham. We've never had a bad crowd.
Yeah.
We genuinely haven't. Wales as a whole is my favourite country to perform.
Well,
It really is.
Because I was going to ask you about that, because obviously you tour all over the place. Do you get different responses from different people?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd never go back to Bristol or Weston-super-Mare.
All right, cut. There might be
Never.
people out there.
Never.
I wasn't expecting you to name places.
Yeah. Apologise to anybody who's listening from Bristol or Weston.
I'll take it back. No, it's, for whatever reason.
I mean, talking about sense of humour, because I mean, obviously, sense of humour. I toured with a show called Blood Brothers a while ago.
Oh, the Willie Russell show.
Yes,
Yeah,
and on the tour, fantastic. I mean, people were getting the jokes, especially in the Northwest. People were getting the jokes before you said them. In London, people are like,
We've
Yeah,
come
but
out for a
London-
good time.
yeah,
It's not actually part of this country, though, is it? London is like its own separate country. I
yeah.
think, you
But
know?
people used to go, oh, well, they got all the tourists here. So I mean, if you're from America, you might not get the Liverpool type of sense of humour. And you think, well, it's funny, you know, funny's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. I say that. People go, oh, that's outdated. No,
Yeah.
if it makes you laugh,
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah.
End of.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
It's like,
Yeah.
and do you know, I hate people who say, you say something to them that's funny, and they laugh, and while they're laughing, they go, "You're not funny." Well, I am, because you just laughed.
Because you are laughing.
You keep kidding yourself about that, Dave.
I am going to hammer those jokes through if it kills me. And if they leave, I'll follow them home and I'll shout them to the letterbox.
Until they laugh.
So you write it as well, don't you?
Yeah, I
and
do.
direct it.
And yeah,
Did the whole thing.
I've got to give a shout out to Sean. He directs it as well. He won't be listening, but you know, I've done it.
Yeah, you'll listen to it when it goes back online later. Yeah, fair enough. But so when you write a joke and then something you think, oh, that was fantastic, when you've written it down in your kitchen or whatever, and you get it up on stage and suddenly you don't get a response. Is that weird? Is that a bit demoralising?
It's a bit odd. I mean, I like to think he'll have a joke now, but I like to think that I know what makes people laugh.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing this for a number of years now, but sometimes it just doesn't hit.
Yeah.
And you're like, or you might get an odd titter, and you think, well, it's not enough to really keep it in. You think, how can I adapt this? Or, you know, why aren't they laughing?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And he blames the actors.
Yeah, it's always
quite
my
easy.
fault,
Yeah,
always.
it's just my fault for bad delivery. Really.
So you're one of the performers, are you, Simon?
Indeed, yeah.
I mean, we'll use that term loosely.
I turn up. Yeah.
Funny enough, Adam said exactly the same thing last year. So, have you trained as an actor? Or
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I trained.
Couldn't get a refund, could you?
Yeah, I'm still paying for it. Yeah, many years ago. Yeah, I went actually quite local, really. I was at Liverpool John Moores.
Okay.
Back in
1943.
99. I graduated last millennia, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't look it, obviously. You
No,
know, I'm
absolutely
like
not. No,
25 or
boyish.
so. Older. Yeah,
Boyish.
I trained when I was 6. Yeah.
All right. So as sort of performing a pantomime anyway is it's a skill. But to perform a pantomime of this nature, which, you know, we'll have to reiterate it a number of times, it's an adult-only affair, this. It's not one for the kids or, you know, probably your mum and dad either.
No.
Well, it depends who your mum and dad are, but yeah.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Don't go with them.
Yeah, or just sit at opposite sides of the auditorium. Yeah, don't make eye contact with your mother halfway through.
No. I've often thought it when I see things like that, even like things on TV and people do things that are really saucy and you go,
It's just a bit cringy,
your
isn't it?
grand's watching this, mate.
Yes.
Your grand's probably seen it before, though.
Yeah. So is there a skill to it? Is there a technique or anything, or do you just sort of crack on?
I think, without wanting to sound too intellectual about it. I think a lot of it is a collaborative thing. When you're working with a panto audience, especially, because that fourth wall's not there. Everybody's playing together, and you get a great audience. You're doing what you're meant to be doing up on stage. They're doing what they're doing down there. He's behind you. Oh no, he isn't, etc., etc. And everybody's having a laugh together. It's a real community thing. As opposed to,
I think the audience kind of becomes a character, don't they?
Yeah,
they've got their part to play.
Yes.
But
and I think that I feel that actually as an audience member. I feel like if I feel a little bit disappointed in myself if it's not a very good night. Audience-wise, do you know what I mean?
Should be.
But do you know what I mean?
If we
come away,
have a
I
bad
shouldn't.
night,
I shouldn't be bothered.
Blame the audience. That's probably the way to do it.
Never us.
Never us. No.
But as I've come off stage and go, oh, not very good audience tonight. Nothing to do with me.
But you're right. It's everyone's got the part to play, and with Panto, it's completely immersive.
Yeah.
The audience, they need to latch on board to what we're doing and join in, and they'll have a 10 times better night for it.
Yeah.
If they're just going to sit there and observe, for most of it they do, but for the bits they need to join in, they need to join in, and they'll have a great time.
Yeah, it's just playing the game. And to be fair, the audiences that we've had have been fantastic.
Yeah.
And everybody's got on board with it. I think people know what they're coming to see, and they know that they have a role to play.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And I suppose for the adult panto, with a family one, obviously you're appealing to the kids, and predominantly the parents have brought their kids for entertainment.
Yeah.
But with an adult panto, it's every single member that we've got to appeal to.
Yes.
But it's nice. I mean, people who sit on the front row, we expect them to take a bit of, we'll call it banter.
Yeah.
And we expect to give it to get a bit back as well.
Yeah.
What we don't want is like absolutely drunk people like being absolutely rowdy.
Yes.
But because obviously that lessens the experience for everyone else.
Yeah,
but on a whole, we want to appeal to every single member of that audience who've bothered to give up their night and spend their money for a good time.
Yeah.
Because all we want to do is make people laugh at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I was talking to I've had a few comedians on the show over recent months, and it always sort of comes up. There's much. The more I think about it, there's like a science towards what actually humour you actually like. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there must be there's a mentality, certainly, like with music even. Why do some people like opera and some people like Motorhead? I don't quite understand it. But why do some people with humour, I mean, me personally, I like to get offended. I like to go to watch something and be offended. The more offensive, the better. Frankie Boyle, thank you very much. I'll be there tomorrow. But some people, they literally, as we spoke about last time with the Chubby Brown coming to town, they go along and then they get offended, and you think, how have you managed to get offended?
Like, why did you come?
Yeah.
It's absolutely balmy, isn't it?
Yeah.
We touched on it last time. We always have a couple of people who walk out.
Yeah.
We don't know the reasons. That their child might have been sick. There could be a whole load of reasons they could be on call for work, but obviously predominantly it's because they don't like the material. But you've seen the poster, it's there sitting in front of you.
Yes, exactly.
It's quite clear what it is.
Yeah.
It says 18 plus, lewd, rude and crude, don't come if you're offended.
Yeah. Yes. But it is I find that very, very strange. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say now, but yes, love it. Right, we're going to pause there just for a little bit of music, and then we'll be back with Dan and Simon from the Cattle Productions Company. It's going to get mad, this.
It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show.
Your community. Your music. Calon FM.
It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show.
Yes, indeed. It's Andy Snowden with music from stage and screen. And if you want to get in contact with us this afternoon, you're more than welcome to Andy Snowden at Calon FM, stage and screen. That's on Facebook. I think that's the easiest way, and let's not forget it, the cheapest, right? Right, lovely. Okay, so as we would back to as we were, we got Dan Lewis and Simon Price in the from the Cattle Productions Theatre Company. Is that the full title? That Cattle Productions Theatre Company?
Yeah, it's Cattle Productions Limited.
Limited, right? Okay. All right, brilliant.
I think the important thing to remember is it's cattleproductions.co.uk in order to buy tickets for March the 14th.
Oh, right, okay. Well, absolutely, yeah. We'll get there, Si. We'll get there, man.
Here.
Don't worry, it's all coming. He's throwing it all in.
I knew there's a reason I hired you.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, fantastic. I as we were saying earlier about the an adult pantomime is it's almost like a relatively new thing, but it goes back. I can remember. What was his name?
Jim Davidson.
Jim Davidson doing it. Is that where you got your ideas from?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I grew up watching Jim Davidson on things like Generation Game, Big Break.
Yeah.
To be honest, and then when I got older, and I saw that he had all these things, it was Cinderella that I watched.
That's right. Yeah.
Watching it one day and was thinking, do you know what? I could write something like this.
Yeah.
So I did.
So you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a Snow White one, and then it's come to the Peter Pan one, Peter Pansy now. Yeah. And now we've got another one in the pipeline next year.
Which is,
I think I can say this because technically it's a name, so it's Big Dickie Whittington.
You can say that, that's fine. Yeah, Big Dickie Whittington, brilliant. How long does it take you to write, or is it always like a work in progress?
Well, obviously it's got to be finalised at some point. I mean, I can really bore you with this. It took 29 hours to write Peter Pansy.
Really?
Yeah.
You timed yourself?
Yeah, I did. I thought, how long? I genuinely did. It was like every time I did a writing stint, I noted it down. So
right.
44 hours for Snow White and 29 for this.
Right. And you always have like a notepad with you to write down a joke if you ever hear one that's...
Yeah, we're always saying things to each other. Write that down.
Write that down. That's going in the next one. That's going in there. Yeah. It's going to be really disparate the next one because it'll just be random jokes that don't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
But no, I was watching him and I thought, it's a big inspiration because I like to laugh at things that technically you shouldn't laugh at.
Yes.
If there's anything deadly serious, like really bad, then no, you don't really want to make jokes about it. But pretty much anything goes in these things.
Yeah.
And I think 90% of the audience think that, don't they? They know that.
They turn up knowing that's what that they've come. I mean, as you were saying, Andy, you come here you come to be offended because it's funny.
Yes.
Because people are saying things and pushing things that you wouldn't normally, and it makes you cringe slightly, but it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
The important thing.
I know it's probably a failing cause, but I'm a massive advocate for ending this politically correct nonsense that's going about. All the mainstream media and all like the governmental bodies, they want to hammer politically correctness down your throat, and I'm not having it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Any venue that will take this show, we're going to give it the best show that we've ever done.
Yeah.
And the people, I genuinely believe that the people that they don't want the end of they want the end of politically correctness as well.
Yes.
That they want to laugh at things that are like, we shouldn't be laughing at this.
Sounds like your speech to become Prime Minister.
Can you imagine
and furthermore,
great manifesto.
Free lollipops for everybody. Hey!
Have you had anybody turn you down?
Oh, loads of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's loads of venues.
No, he's talking about the show.
Oh, talking about your private life, are you? Still loads of people. There's loads of venues that are like, we can't show this here.
Yeah.
And it's like, why not?
Yeah.
Like pretty much every venue we do, we sell out. And so they not only get, say, the higher fee from us, like if you think like they're there for 3.5 hours, like before the show and then the interval and whatever, people are always going to have a couple of drinks and maybe a bag of sweets. So every person there's going to spend a tenner on the bar.
Yeah.
If you got 300 people there, they've got the higher fee plus $3,000.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's totally worth it
for
the venue, and they're like, no, we can't do that.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, if it was my business, I'd be sacking them. I'd be like, you what?
Yeah.
Any business really, you're there to make money.
Well, it's usually the council, though, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is, and we have a few council venues going. Obviously, we're a council venue, so we can't have you. But we have loads of council venues that are like, great, bring it in.
Yeah.
In fact, one thing which to us it was like a notch on our success scale, if you like. There was the venue in Weston-super-Mare. They were a council venue, and they actually hired us. So that was a complete contrast. They were like, yeah, it'd be good here, like, but we want to pay you to perform it.
Right.
So there was no higher fee. I had to. It was very unknown to me, but I had to come up with a price that we charged them.
Right.
But like really, that was success because obviously
£1 million.
That's a horrible question, isn't it? How much would it cost for such and such? You go, I'll call you back.
Think of a figure and double it.
It'd be thousands.
Yeah. Oh yeah, brilliant. I think it's.
But no, just to follow that one up, the Weston-super-Mare show didn't go very well. But 2 hours before we went on, someone was actually murdered outside the venue.
Oh.
So, but the police hadn't moved the body by the time the audience were coming in. So it was like, oh, this way, step over that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So it was a bit of a shallow night.
That's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a challenge, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, I mean,
can you get a laugh?
Can you get a laugh after you've stepped over a corpse?
When I was doing Blood Brothers in London, I remember there was a bomb went off. I don't know if you remember it. There was someone blew up. It was in a gay pub in Soho.
Yeah,
it was that night, and I was actually sitting with my back on the wall, and
very wise.
And I was reading I was actually playing a game and I felt this rumble on the wall. I thought,
oh, you were that close?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, because sometimes in London it could either be a truck, an earthquake, or a bomb. It could be any of them things. And but I was listening to 5 Live, and they said, "Oh, there's been a bomb gone off in Soho. Keep away from there." And I was thinking, I'm here. It was really weird. So, talking of jokes in bad taste, are you? Do you know what to not put in? Can you self-regulate that, or do you need people to go, "That's too much, Dan. You can't have that"?
I mean, it's a bit of both, really. I mean, I'm sort of top of the whole thing, so if I want to say it, I'm going to. When I get out there, I'll just say it if I want to. But Sean, who I mentioned earlier, he does kind of say, "Well, you can't say that."
Yeah.
But sometimes someone who's got a "yeah, I'm saying it," and someone who's got a "no, I'm not. No, you're not saying it." I might be too wrong and he might be too right, and you kind of need to maybe adapt it.
Yeah.
So when he says, like, "No, you can't say that," maybe you can, but just dull it down a little.
Yeah.
So because obviously people want to see this. This is a hard-hitting show.
Yeah.
So they don't want it. They don't want it tame.
Yeah.
You know.
No.
They want to be there to be like, "Oh my God, that was horrendous," in a good way.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
We want people to be a bit shocked.
Yes. Yeah.
But if there's anything like research, I mean, just plucking an example from the air.
Oh no! Don't tell one of the jokes. I'll go through.
No. Just from a community level, if like within the last month a child had been abducted in that community, we wouldn't make a joke about that.
No. Right.
Yeah, there's things like that.
Yeah. But like,
apart from that, anything goes.
Yeah. But I was saying, like terrorist attacks, like it seems to be the kind of weirdly talking about being PC, and people they seem to go, well, we're going to joke about it because if that's the way to get over it. That's the, you know what I mean?
That's the British sense of humour.
Yes,
on
exactly.
On the one hand, you're texting in a donation,
yeah,
and on the other, you're sending a text joke.
Yes,
and that's
very
us.
true, yeah.
That's the way we are.
Yeah,
we get over bad times by making jokes from it.
Yeah.
I don't think they understand that the other side of the pond, do they? You know, I mean, not that this tour's in America, but I think that, you know, the Americans really don't get that. I remember hearing about Gary Lineker doing the crisp adverts, and, you know, they basically ridicule him, and they're going, a sports star, and they just doesn't they don't get it at all.
Well, Tommy Cooper was an absolute flop, wasn't he, in America? He went over there and they were like, "This comedian's rubbish.
He can't do the tricks.
Yeah, he's getting it all wrong." Yeah. That's the act.
Yeah. But they love Benny Hill.
Yeah. I suppose that's a bit like
crazy.
not Les Dennis, what's his name? Les Dawson with the piano, the same sort of thing, yeah. I don't know if Les Dennis plays the piano.
I mean, he might.
He might. If Les is out there, you know, please.
Yeah.
If Les Dennis is listening, we're sorry if you play the
piano. We're sorry
piano.
if you are a virtuoso.
You'll be texting me right now as we speak.
Right now.
But weirdly, you're saying that it was an American comedian that I first heard do a 9/11 joke.
Oh, really?
Because over here, nobody sort of touched that comedian-wise, and then it was an American, and as you say, you assume the Americans are a little bit more.
But maybe it's easier for someone closer to it to start it. And then people can kind of jump on the bandwagon with it.
It's like saying something horrible about your mum. You can say it,
but nobody else
can.
Yeah. And also, you know, I mean, I sort of backpedaling slightly, but, you know, America's quite a big place. So there are quite a few different people there as well. There's a bit of a broad brushstroke for me to say that all Americans have got no sense of humour about taking mick out of stuff. They have, obviously.
But I suppose, like you said about Frankie Boyle, I suppose, like, his kind of act, like, if there was, say, the 9/11 attack, if he was doing a show the next day, he probably would make jokes because his persona is whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever goes, hard hitting.
Yeah.
That's my act to make these jokes.
Yeah.
A bit like, say, Jimmy Carr.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we can't get away with that because I reckon if it was too recent, we get booed because they've come to see Peter Pan at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I just open up both halves with a bit of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But I make them literally jokes.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I mean the silence you hear.
Yeah. That slow hand clap that they do. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
There was only one in the audience. Don't forget that.
Yeah. I was reading someone's autobiography. I think it was Frank Skinner, and he was talking about the fact that you got to make the audience feel safe before you whistle with something. You can't come straight out and say something about the Manchester bomb. That would be ludicrous. Because people will go, "What if that's what they're starting with? Where's this going?" You know what I mean?
If they're horrified in a bad way to start with, you probably lost them.
Yeah. But he said it was like to do with the swearing as well. You know, you can say like one really bad swear word or two maybe, and for a normal comedian, but you can't say it too early. You got to let everybody relax
and become
throw in
friends.
a few nice swear words, things that we can all say, but that in front of your mum.
Well, it's funny saying that because I actually saw an interview with Jim Davison, and obviously he uses the F word a lot in his shows, and his agent or something was like, there's other words, don't you? and they were having this massive conversation about you could not say that one F word and you could trade it for two of this S word.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And he was like, well, how many S words is an F word? And it's like they were having it was like a big sort of market thing. It was it was funny. It was good.
Yeah.
There must be a sheet somewhere, probably laminated.
Like, if you don't say this, you can say this 6 times.
Yeah, exactly. Each has got assigned a points value as to how offensive.
I think that's what they do say, isn't it, on the TV? You can only say a certain amount of, I think they do grade them, the swear words.
I mean, we definitely surpass all of them. We say whatever.
Have you ever counted up the swear words in it?
All swear words.
There are actually no normal words in there. It's just come along and listen to a big list of expletives. That's what it is, yeah.
Of course, don't forget, there is the charity element as always.
Of course, let's not forget that. It's brilliant how you put those two together. But
from expletives to charity.
So it's the save the swear words in Wales. No, we as last year, it's the Wales Air Ambulance that we picked to support.
Yeah.
Which is obviously a good cause.
Yeah.
So it's £1 a ticket to charity, and we always have a bucket on the door. So I think last year they got about 600 quid.
That's incredible. That's absolutely fantastic.
I mean, from the last tour, we actually, I think we gave about £7,000 to charity.
God.
All over, and it was like 22 charities, like mental health, suicide awareness, child abuse. It might not be the show that fits these charities.
Yeah.
But if someone and something can benefit, then what's the harm?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, and just going to say that we always have a good show in Wales. We had a good show in Newport as well, and Swansea, the last show, we got a standing ovation, that was mental.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
Yeah. But, well, I was saying to you when I've seen photographs of you, and it's usually just you on the stage with your back to the audience, and the audience is just going mad behind you. It's a fantastic image.
Mad in a good way.
Mad in a good way, of course, yeah.
They think you're leaving the stage. You've turned your back on them.
It's got to be at the end of the show, isn't it? You can't just walk on at the beginning and say, hang on a minute.
It's gone.
Well, we take the picture at the start in case they leave.
Oh, fantastic. Right, so Peter Pansy coming to the William Aston Hall. We'll pause for a bit of music and then we'll tell you how you can get some tickets. So brace yourselves.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Get up,
I quite like that. Every now and again on YouTube, somebody does a mashup. That's James Brown versus. God. Led Zepp.
It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show.
So, as I say, this afternoon we've been chatting live in the studio with Dan Lewis and Simon Price from the... Oh, I'm only laughing because I keep forgetting his name.
The price of fame, yeah.
It's the price of love.
Very forgettable.
I just leave now, yeah.
The Cattle Productions Limited, adult panto Peter Pansy, touring around the country at the present time, but on the 14th of March, coming to the William Aston Hall. And you played there last year, as you said, at a blinding time.
Yeah, massive time. Yeah, it was great.
Excellent. So, but I think that's the good thing about your sort of thing, because it's the word of mouth of people. People come and watch it, and if they enjoy it, they'll bring somebody else, and then
definitely. I mean, you know me now for a couple of years. We've started this from nothing, so the people that come and support us, it means the world. We're not a big company, we're not a massive act, but we're trying, and all we want to do is make people laugh. So the people coming, they're watching and helping us grow.
Yeah.
And we really do mean it when we appreciate it.
Yeah.
We really do. And if we can give them a good time, it's great.
Marvellous. Well, let's tell you how you can get some tickets then to go and see Peter Pansy. Brilliant name. Do you workshop the names? Because you must have to sit there and have a good laugh at making up these names. Fantastic, that.
This one I just come up with. And the Snow White one.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. Sometimes I get a bit of advice, but not really.
Yeah, like that though, Peter Pansy, fantastic. Anyway, the box office number or the ticket hotline for the William Aston Hall, 0844 249 1000. That's 0844 249 1000, and that's to go and see Peter Pansy at the William Aston Hall on the 14th of March. That's next week, isn't it? It's for fortnight's time.
2 weeks. Yeah. You can also go online for us. It's cattleproductions.co.uk.
Okay.
Get the link through there.
All right, brilliant.
Pop in the venue.
Well, it's been great to see you, gents. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us back.
And we'll see you this time next year for what you're doing. Dickie Whittington, did you say?
Big Dickie Whittington.
Big Dickie Whittington.
Don't forget the big.
Brilliant. Thanks, lads. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Thanks.
It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show.
Holocaust from the land of the lost. Behold the pale horse.